Okay, inside here is where you switch between the water pumps. So to open all of these, it's press in and then you have your handle to drag down. In here you'll see the blue handle. On the end is the arrow, and there should be a marking for rear and front. So this at the moment is in the position using the rear tank. Okay, so there's an arrow at the end of the thing here pointing to the rear. So when you need to switch between, it's just simply a matter of spinning the handle around to the opposite direction. Okay, and then you'll see again the arrow pointing to F for front, and that's now using water from the front tank. Okay, also down here we have the main switch. So if you've tripped out any of the power for any reason, this is where you'll be able to reset those. Whilst I'm here, I'll also show you that if you're on the grid, so if you're plugged into power at a caravan site somewhere and you're using the hot water system, you turn that on to use electric rather than using gas. Okay, we'll turn that off. Okay, whilst we're here, I'll show you the windows. So all the windows operate the same way. So you have a little grey button. You need to click that down on all of them. Push the grey down. Okay, and then it's a matter of clicking out. You hear the clicks as it goes. Okay. Right, now to close, simply take it to the extent and let it go. Okay, and again, it's just lock them all back in place. They all work the same. This is a screen, so if you'd like the windows open and just the flies out of your face, do that. And then if you prefer to have a privacy screen, it's the opposite way around. So the front comes up, they click in together, unclick. Okay. We also have the fans on each of the beds. They all operate the same way. So there's fan speed. There's 3 separate speeds. Fourth is to turn it off. You can also set a timer. So we have 15, 30, 45 and an hour. Once it's on, you can set it and it'll automatically turn off. Okay. Each bed has its own. Also, as I mentioned before, each bed has its own light. Now you can turn them on and off with the button here. Okay, on, off. If you hold the button, if you're on and hold the button down, it will change, it will dim or brighten. Okay, you have your outlets for USB. Okay, and you also have cigarette lighter. And this is your mains if you're using 240 volt. Okay, same as at home. So each bed has that. The main bed has them on this side and here. Okay. So we also have remote controls for all of the items. There's a remote for the air conditioner, it's up there. One for the radio, which I showed you earlier. One for the television, which is a smart TV, so you can connect your things. And each of the fans have their own remote control. However, we suggest just using the buttons on them at each individual bed. Okay.